Carla ولا يزوروا هذا اللي باك
Good afternoon and welcome to it. We're coming to you live from the Loftus Fresveld Stadium. It is the CAF Champions League clash of the second leg of the first round between Mamelodi Sundowns as well as Jwaneng Galaxy. Conditions overhead, there is some rain expected, 43% thereof, but the 19 kilometers per hour wind will be cooling the conditions, which sits at 28 degrees Celsius this afternoon. Mamelodi Sundowns carry the advantage coming into this match by a 2-goal lead from the first leg on the 22nd of December, 3 days just before Christmas. Toby Mvala with the first goal of the day. Kemet Erasmus also gets his opportunity to start all in today's game. As you see the two teams arriving. Yes, Steve Compella splashing waters of luck. That is sanitizer there. Stephen Compella, known for his jokes. He's one of the coaches that sit on the bench for Mamelodi Sundowns alongside co-coaches of Mangoba Mngiti as well as Rulani Mokwena. The visitors, Jwaneng Galaxy FC, the change room, as you can see it on there, in their bright, beautiful colors, red and with a touch of navy blue on the shoulders. A lot to look forward to. Tulari in that center of defense will be one to look forward to and see exactly how they will be lining up. They have got into a continental competition is Jwaneng FC in 2018 when they competed in the CAF Confederations Cup, but they failed to make it through to the next round in 2018, and looks as though this time around, as they first campaigning in the CAF Champions League, they might not necessarily make it through. Mamelodi Sundowns going through the paces during warm-up as they prepare for what will be an epic battle. Job done in the first leg. That meant Kemet Erasmus will be hoping to get back to full fitness, having recovered from an injury. Until Johnny gets an opportunity to stake a claim onto the starting lineup. Mamelodi Sundowns is got so much talent on it that a lot can really be experienced from. Jwaneng Galaxy FC going through their paces as well earlier on. Players to look out for as Tolari right on their picture. Plays in the center of defense. We'll be hoping that this time around doesn't make the mistakes that he made the last time that ended up in a goal for Peter Shalulile. And we'll be hoping that his co-partner in Molape in the center of defense, right man on your picture, will make things really better. So conditions overhead, 28 degrees Celsius and with 43% expected of rain.
Have you ever heard of parallel universes?
Parallel universes? What's that?
The idea that there are infinite versions of you. In nearly identical, but different worlds.
I don't know, but it sounds interesting.
So what is 50 years of being the Brazilians of Africa?
It's the cups, the stars, making every day feel like a carnival. 50 years is Masandawana,
The Yellow Nation, Bafana Style. Nama bling bling, Baba.
50 years is all of us. Samba, Mamelodi Sundowns, Samba.
Mamelodi Sundowns celebrate their 50th anniversary. They'll be hoping to celebrate that with a second star just above their badge. There is one star currently on their badge that they got in 2016 when they went on to lift the Total CAF Champions League. Steve Compella giving the last minute instructions to the captain, Ricardo Nascimento, the Brazilian, will lead this team. Hasn't missed a match since the start of the season is Ricardo Nascimento, and a contender of note, a discipline in defense. The referee making sure that everything else is followed. Modise Tsidisi Tswe from Lesotho will be leading the match officials for the day. Led the team in the first leg. We'll be hoping that more of the same. Also led the team locally when they took on Orlando Pirates over the weekend, and they got the much needed maximum points. They currently sit at the top of the DStv Premiership as Mamelodi Sundowns, and are defending champions, having won it 3 times in a row. Was then the Absa Premiership, have won it 3 times in a row, including 2019-2020 season, a season that we'll never really forget, has been the longest seasons ever, and it is due to the pandemic that really took over the world. The pandemic is still there, still exists. That's why we still have to mask up, wash our hands, and sanitize, keep the distance as well, to ensure that you keep those that you love and yourself safe as well. Jwaneng Galaxy FC, they are champions also of Botswana, where they haven't really played a lot of competitive matches. The last competitive match they've played was in February 2020 in the league, and then had to wait until they get onto the CAF competitions in the preliminary round, when they played Zilajo of the Comore Islands and beat them by 5-1 on aggregate. A club formed in 2015 and went on to campaign in the Botswana Football Premier League, and they finished in 7th position the first time that they got onto the league, and they went on to finish in 2nd position from 2016 to 2017, 17-18, as well as 18-19, with Township Rollers winning the league for all those 3 years. You talk about Township Rollers, then you talk about the Giants of Botswana Football League. They've been known to dominate, and Jwaneng now making it a 2-horse race more than anything, as they look to progress in this tournament. They will have a mountain to climb, because they take on one of Africa's best in Mamelodi Sundowns, is Jwaneng Galaxy. They'll be hoping that they can maybe turn things around. They are already trailing by 2-0 on aggregate. Ricardo Lorenco, a product of Orlando Pirates, will be happy to really get back and play in conditions that he's more familiar with. Moved over to Botswana back about in October, so we'll be happy to be having a competitive match. Thabo Linanyana leads his team out as they come out to take on Mamelodi Sundowns on a beautiful, immaculate Loftus Versfeld pitch. The South African champions, Mamelodi Sundowns, will be led out by Brazilian Ricardo Nascimento. The man on your picture, Andile Jali, very, very experienced, played for the likes of Orlando Pirates, went on to Belgium as well to play competitive football. Came back in South Africa and joined Mamelodi Sundowns, has gone on to lift the Absa Premiership trophy 3 times in a row. Will be hoping to get his first CAF Champions League trophy and a medal. The man next to him in Kennedy Mweni got the medal back in 2016 when he turned out for Mamelodi Sundowns in that final, was on the bench. So the normal starter in Dennis Onyango, voted the goalkeeper of the year in 2016, will start off on the bench. So for Jwaneng FC, they need to get as many goals as possible, as they have to win this match outright if they are to have any hopes of making it into the group stages and joining the likes of Zamalek, who have been the first team to make it onto the group stages. Mamelodi Sundowns for the last 5 seasons have always made it onto the group stages. This is how they line up. 7 players keep their place that played against Jwaneng FC on the 22nd of December, and 3 changes have been made by Mamelodi Sundowns from a team that played Orlando Pirates over the weekend. Erasmus Mweni as well as Jali come in for Kotse Mudau as well as Onyango. Aubrey Mudiba will be hoping to really make things work out for him as everything goes on. So for Jwaneng FC, Galaxy FC rather, they make 3 changes. Epeye, Tatanyana as well as Sitsili make way in the starting lineup, and the likes of Huafane Molape as well as Tulare, the 2 center backs to look forward to. Lebuhang Ditile, formerly with Highlands Park, will be a man to look at in the middle of the park. Well, they are led by a coach that is very decorated in Lusika Lame, 6 Koli Tsitswe, and Mangoba Mngiti as well. Won the CAF Champions League in 2016 as the assistant coach alongside Peter Masimane. So this time around, we'll be hoping that he can lead the technical team alongside Rulani Mukwena in making sure that they get their second star. Marise Ritsidisitswe of Lesotho will be helping us, will be leading the team with Souru Patswane of Lesotho as well as the first assistant, and Kito Sbea will be the second assistant. So Jwaneng kick us off. They will be attacking the goal to the left of your picture, dressed in all red with a touch of navy. Mamelodi Sundowns in their traditional yellow tops and blue shorts will be attacking the goal onto the right-hand side of your picture. Message very clear there. You will see Andile Jali looking to get into that last third and making it work for Mamelodi Sundowns. Katleho Mbise keeps his place in goals, and as a result of the first team goalkeeper, the first choice goalkeeper, formerly with TX Galaxy in South Africa, in Morake, injured, has a knee injury and sits out in this match. Lila K provided an assist the last time these 2 teams met. Took the throw in very quickly on there. An opportunity for Kennedy Mweni to get the feel of the ball and settle as soon as he can. 36-year-old will really not have a lot of nerves. He's been at this stage before. Aubrey Mudibe wins the free kick for Mamelodi Sundowns. He's in his first season with Mamelodi Sundowns. Did well for SuperSport United is Aubrey Mudibe. We'll be hoping to keep his place in the starting lineup, and I might add is a star-studded starting lineup for Mamelodi Sundowns. They get an opportunity to go up front now, looking to get around Morena. Lorenko does well on first touch, keeps the ball alive, takes the shot, but it is Onyango that blocks him and eventually gets to Mweni. Tamang Sisi looking to get around Tapela Morena there, but did well to find a teammate in Ricardo Lorenko. They keep it rolling. Shalulile wide to find Leke, cross into the box, and will be kept alive by Tapela Morena. Levhang Mabue goes back to Onyango. Brian Onyango. Nascimento wide to Lake. Shalulile has a work rate to admire is Shalulile. When he was asked about his tucking in style, he did respond to say that it is because of his father was in the army, and that is a sign of discipline, focus, and respect as well. So that's why he keeps it like that. Throw in taken by Lina Nyane. Goes to the tele. Mistake from them, and the Mabue. Shot comes in and is eventually blocked. Aubrey Mudibe had an opportunity on there, but it is still Mamelodi Sundowns with the advantage as they have a throw in. Mabue. So that central defense pairing of Jwaneng Galaxy has been put to the test already. Ball floated in, cleared out by Itulare, but Sundowns keep the ball. Morena looks for options, tries to find Kemet Erasmus, but will be cleared out by Tulare as far as Brian Nyango. Employing a highline defense is Mamelodi Sundowns, making it clear that their intentions are to settle very early in this game and get a goal, that is. First touch for Mudibe let him down, but it was the clearance from Molape. Looking lively is Mamelodi Sundowns already. When they played in Jwaneng, they did complain about the pitch. So in Loftus Versfeld, it is their home ground. They know this carpet that they call allows them to keep their name as Bafana Bastyle. Ball into the box, easily dealt with at near post. Lorenko takes on Jali, but Jali wins the race as he plays it back to the goalkeeper. So Jwaneng Galaxy made the trip 439 kilometers from Jwaneng to Loftus Versfeld. And when I caught up with the coach earlier on, he said that he's definitely coming here for everything. And he is aware that he takes on one of Africa's greatest in Mamelodi Sundowns. And he says that he is they are a force to be reckoned with, and they want to prove that. Lorenko looks for support. Does well to control it, but concedes possession was the tele. Morena. Tulare. Kemet Erasmus plays it Mudiba. Moyo looks to apply pressure, but it is Junior Dion, the Ivorian that signed with the club in October. Looks to really, his hopes will be pinned on the man up front in Shalulile. Jwaneng Galaxy are famous for building from the back. A very tactically disciplined team. They don't like applying long balls. Short passing game. They go on to really apply it. Confidence on the ball. Dion does well to turn. Gets in, finds Lorenko. Good combination, looks to set it wide, but it finds Morena. Morena looks to really set up a counter, but Malape stands in the way of Mamelodi Sundowns. Sisinye gives the position away. Long ball in, trying to search for Kemet Erasmus. Kemet Erasmus, it takes on Tulare. Erasmus goes down inside the box and was really hoping for a penalty as Romeo. But none is given by the coach, by the referee rather. Tulare read the trickery very well from Romeo. Ball played long in trying to find Tabang Sisinye. Throw in for Mamelodi Sundowns. Ref giving a foul throw against Morena. Sichere looks to find his way around Tapelo Morena, who's really been solid so far. Six Kiatuletswi, the only Botswana-born coach to really guide the side to the second round of Confed Cup, of the CAF Confederations Cup. He did so in 1989 when he guided BDF 11. He's looking to really make it again to the next round. They have an opportunity now to get the ball into the box. Lorenko has got 7 of Jwaneng to aim for into the box and played it to the near post and made it easy for Tapelo Morena to clear it. Sichele to Lorenko. Lorenko looks to find Tion, and Tion gives him the message to relax, relax. A very decorated Botswana coach received the Presidential Order of Editorial Award. He has got a sports psychology, a master's rather in sports psychology, as well as a bachelor in physical education. CAF license as well is 6 Kiatuletswi. Sits on the bench, having taken over from Miguel Diaz. Morena. Medive. Shalulile. Great first touch from Shalulile. Does well to play it with his twin striker in Kemet Erasmus. Challenge from the back. This is against Moahi Sichile. It will be an interesting battle to watch, knowing how the work rate from Peter Shalulile, the Namibian, will keep that defense very busy. They will really need to make sure that they deal with him and not give away set pieces, because they are good in set pieces as Mamelodi Sundowns. Taken into the box in search of Nyango. Does well to get it on target is Brian Nyango. So with 11 minutes gone, it still remains 0-0 between Mamelodi Sundowns as well as Jwaneng Galaxy. There's only been one shot on target, and that was from Onyango. Toby Mvala, one of the goal scorers in the 11th minute in the first leg for Mamelodi Sundowns. He's playing in his 3rd match for Mamelodi Sundowns since the start of the season, since he made his move from Highlands Park. great first touch from Morena. Does well to locate Madiba. Madiba gets support from Erasmus. Can Sundowns make it work? Header comes in and connected well, did Morena from that position, but was unable to guide it goalwards. Found himself unmarked was Morena. And a great first touch from him. One of the other players that really work hard. He plays as the right wing back, but you'll find him all over the pitch is Tapelo Morena. Defensively, he still does the work, and creatively going up front for Mamelodi Sundowns and being one of the men to really be counted in. You know, he shows that he really can be relied on. Ditele played for Highlands Park alongside Peter Shalulile at one point. So today they're on the opposite side is Ditele as Shalulile. A ball given away again by Jwaneng. Mabue sprays it wide to Madiba. Mabue does well to recover it is Mabue. Looks for support, finds it in Erasmus. He looks to turn, but Tulare was too close. The free kick for Jwaneng Galaxy, an opportunity for them to clear their defenses. Gift Moyo looking to use trickery to get around Andile Jali. And Andile Jali just loosely getting his foot in it. First touch from Dion Jr. But a ball falls back to Mamelodi Sundowns. So in terms of possession in the first 14 minutes or so of this game, it's really Mamelodi Sundowns that have seen most of the ball. They're the only side with the shot on target so far. And that came early from Brian Onyango with a flicking header. And Dilejali kept busy in that middle of the park by Lorenko and company. Lorenko stands over the ball, looks to play it long onto the far post, cleared by Shalulile. Will fall to Ditele. Ditele looks to find Lorenko. First touch let him down, did Lorenko. Had a good idea, got into the right space, but couldn't control on the first opportunity. But wouldn't have counted anyway, as he just went ahead of his opponents. But that will really be encouraging for Coach Kiatuletsui. Really promising, managed to get into the behind the defense of Mamelodi Sundowns. Juafano Molape. Morena again gets to the ball first, but doesn't clear clinically. Mabue has got Shalulile running in support of him. Shalulile does well to stay on side. Shalulile, but is blocked by Fortunate Tulare. Very fortunate of him to be in that position is Tulare. Antile Charlie. Looking to get things going. They're still piling on the pressure is Mamelodi Sundowns. Plays it with Madiba. Madiba looks for support. And a shot comes in. Another shot comes in. This time around, whiskers wide from Kermit Erasmus. I would understand why the goalkeeper's upset. Should have really done better there. Laid it off for Morena and was blocked and bounced kindly for Kermit Erasmus. Earlier opportunity for Jwaneng Galaxy. That offside call. Got it wrong. Got it wrong. Got it wrong as the referee's assistant there. Lorenko, next time around, will have to control better. So at least we can make an argument about it if it lands in the back of the net. Mabue, Sundowns again coming forward. One to aim for in the box, first time shot, and Tulare again standing tall is Tulare. Making himself tall in that center of defense. He's really been one they could count on. Second corner for Mamelodi Sundowns. The first one was taken short. It will be interesting to see how they will be taking this one. Looks as though maybe played as an in-swinger. Gets into the center of the box and misses the head of Onyango. Mvala got to it, and the keeper as well. Just went through everything is Mtobi Mvala. Looking for his second goal in CAF Champions League. The keeper got first to the ball, and the momentum from Mvala just carried him through until he collided with the keeper. But Onyango, his timing was perfect, but the ball just got over him. He's got a goal already in his third start is Mtobi Mvala. He'll be hoping to really, he hasn't really had got much game time is Mtobi Mvala since moving on to Mamelodi Sundowns. We'll be hoping to stake his claim into the match, into the starting lineup rather. We look at that opportunity again early on. It was Onyango that got first to the ball, but just was inches shorter, if anything. He is a tall man, is Onyango, standing at 1.83 meters tall. Shalulile. Mistake from the defense of Jwaneng Galaxy. They will recover well, but it's Andile Jali on the blind side of Ditsele, looking to get onto that ball. Levhang Mabue, I beg your pardon, was the man running on the blind side for Ditsele. Played long. Good in the head, he proves that, is Brian Onyango as he clears that ball. Wide to Gift Moyo. Lorenko lets it roll. Lorenko with the shot! Headed on target, had the power pack behind it. Proving to really be a nuisance in Mamelodi Sundowns. Really a thorn, let it roll nicely and turned, and he knew exactly what he wanted to do. But Mweni did well to really parry it away, giving Jwaneng Galaxy their first corner of the match. Really disappointed with his defense. Saw it late on there is Kennedy Mweni. So with 20 minutes gone, Kiatleti will be happy that his side is looking promising. Jali Mabue lays it off for Mudiba. On a first-time shot is Mudiba, doesn't get the accuracy correct, gets the power right, but the accuracy lacks for Opri Mudiba. Antile Jali did well to keep it alive, played it with Mabue, and Mabue laid it off for Mudiba. Well, seems to be growing in confidence is Mudiba. Had a fantastic time at Supersports United. A much awaited, anticipated move to Mamelodi Sundowns. It finally happened. And he's really not been able to stack a claim in the starting lineup. Sisinyani. He's got two defenders to really deal with for Mamelodi Sundowns and gives the throw-in away. Brian Onyango apologizes to the goalkeeper, not sure really what for. Sisinya. Lorenko again. Sisinya. Elul trying to keep it moving. Moyo with the shot. Gift Moyo will be turning 20 years this year, is Gift Moyo. So noticed how Mweni dealt with that ball earlier on, and he will take a short from far. So after 22 minutes, it's still Mamelodi Sundowns 0, as well as Jwaneng FC 0 in the second leg of the first round in CAF Champions League. Mabue, Morena keeps going as Morena. He's got the pace about him as well. Mabue looks to take it wide to Lyle Lekay. Great first touch from Lekay. Looks up, he's got 3 in the box, finds Shalulile. His first touch does let him down as Shalulile, but the panic in defense to clear that ball from Tulare gives Mamelodi Sundowns their third corner of the match. So Peter Shalulile scored 8 goals, well, 17 goals for Highlands Park last season in the South African League. He's already opened his account for the 2020-2021 season. Low cross cut short comes in, but there's nothing. Doesn't even get to the keeper. So Jwaneng Galaxy were crowned champions after the Botswana Football Association decided to heed to the call made by the health workers to really stop the league. At the time they stopped the league, there were no COVID cases reported, but at the rate that they saw how it was affecting the world and Africa, they then decided to close the league. So they won it by just 1 point above defending champions in Township Rollers. After 20 games, they had 41 points, and with Township Rollers sitting on 40 points. So they've really done well as Jwaneng Galaxy since gaining promotion in 2014-2015 season, after they won the first division, or the South First Division in Botswana. Oliver fails to control, but does well to really recover that ball. Jali tries to lay it on to the near post for Lyle Lekay. Lyle Lekay did well to earn Masandawana a corner. Katle really has been shouting instructions and using his voice. Short in stature, but a great jumper is Mbise. Unhappy with his defense as Brian Onyango becomes the first man on the ball again, but the deflection has given Mamelodi Sundowns their 5th corner. Referee TDC to 35 years of age. Shot corner this time around for Masandawana. Tulare clears it as far as Erasmus, and Itele called to the task again. Ekipcha will not run it, will not let it run. So confirmation of stats there. You can see Mamelodi Sundowns have really been dominant in this match with 67% of ball possession, but the 33% that of Jwaneng has seen them get 2 chances on target already. So yes, tactically Lorenko has really been the man to watch for the Botswana champions. Malapa back to the keeper. Looks to play it long, but it is Mvalo that wins the throw-in. Ditele recovers it well, but Gift Moyo fails to retain it. And Dilechali showing his experience and going through to win that ball. Looking for a combination play with Mvalo, does well to locate him. Referee waves play on. Ball goes wide to Morena. Modiba. Can't get around his man is Modiba. Back to Mvalo. Yohang Mabua. Modiba. Modiba has an opportunity, should have really gone for goal on there. Didn't really have to look for a pass, there was space opened up in front of him. Tulare looks for options, does Tulare. But again, Gift Moyo gives away possession. He's a young man born in 1999. Will be turning 20 this year is Gift Moyo. Madiba looking to keep it alive for Sundowns, but it is Mvalo that wins it. And Tulare battles with Shalulile, but the referee blows in his favor. Is fortunate Tulare. So the bounce of that ball beat both the players, and Tulare doing the best that he can to really protect it from the predator is Peter Shalulile. A disciplined predator is Shalulile. So gained promotion in 2014-2015 season and finished in position number 7 is Jwaneng FC with just 9 losses that season. And in 2016, 2017, 18, 19, for 3 years in a row, they finished second to Township Rollers in the Botswana Premier League. Goal kick for Mamelodi Sundowns. You look at the winning rate over the last 5 years, and each year has been 60% for Jwaneng FC as far as their league is concerned. They really haven't played much competitive matches, but if you look at how they really are competing with Mamelodi Sundowns, you really would say that this is a well-oiled machine that really knows what they're doing. Sissin does well to take that ball away from Lebogang Mabue. Ditele plays it out for Jwaneng Galaxy. Does well to turn and find support is Ditele. Ball wide in search of Gift Moyo. Running into the box is Junior Siao, but there are 4 of Mamelodi Sundowns. Takes a shot and ricochets against the legs of Nascimento.
Let's come back!
So we'll look to calm things down. Is Andile Jali has his fingers on the pulse as far as this game is concerned. So with half an hour gone, we still await the first goal on the day. But on aggregate, it is Mamelodi Sundowns that are sitting pretty with a 2-goal lead. So if it ends this way, Mamelodi Sundowns will make it into the group stages of the 2021 edition of the CAF Champions League. Morena. Free kick in a very good area for Mamelodi Sundowns. Won by Opri Modiba. Kofano Malapi going to really apologize. A gentlemanly thing to do. 30-year-old We came in there with stats showing. So Madiba will be able to soldier on and continue. So the referee will give a talking to Malapi, and that most certainly may be his last warning, because that tackle really warranted a yellow card, with stats showing no intention to really win the ball. So Valan Mabue stand over it. We laid off to Lake. Lake thinks about a shot, but doesn't really get it on target. Well, the long-range shooting in this match will really need some accuracy to really be put in the work that they do. They really got the power behind it. It's just the accuracy that's really let them down. Sasini finds Junior Sio. Lorenko. Great interchanging passes from Jwaneng Galaxy. Sichere wins the throw-in and looks for who to lay it onto. Finds the Ivory Coast man who joined the team with 12 days before his birthday, is Junior Dion. He came for trials at Jwaneng. They first saw a video of his and they're really impressed with what they can see. He's got the pace, he's got the accuracy. Hasn't had the opportunity to show us. It's been Mamelodi Sundowns that have been showing us what they can do. Even in this case, a punch from the keeper, but lays it off for Mamelodi Sundowns again. Looking for a combination pass is Mabu and Madiba. But even when they lose possession, they don't lose it for long, is Mamelodi Sundowns. They really got a discipline to defend high. So when the player loses the ball, starts defending right from there, as Morena gets the ball into the box. But Lorenko, he is really a box-to-box player, is Ricardo Lorenko, an Orlando Pirates product. He played for the reserve teams of Orlando Pirates and captained them for some time before moving on with his career and joining Jwaneng Galaxy. So it really has been a standout player for Jwaneng. So Mishak Abednego sitting on the bench. Shadrach on the other side as well, looking over and trying to see and read the game. The great readers of the game is the three tacticians of Mamelodi Sundowns. Okay, has got 5 to aim for. And Onyango as well in the box, gets up well. But Shalilile is unable to get to that ball first. Malapi gets to the ball first and gives the corner away. So Shalilile, faintest of touches from Shalilile. Was expecting it to be goalward, but Malapi had other ideas. Sixth corner of the match for Mamelodi Sundowns. Ball into the box. Onyango wins it in the first pole, looking to keep it alive. And Erasmus is unable to really get it into the box where he could find Shalulile as well as Onyango. Coming back from an injury is Erasmus. He came on as a substitution, in the previous match. Tulare with the clearance. Again, Tulare. So Lorenko has been fouled and will really be hoping that he can continue with this match. It looks slightly a bit serious as the referee at CDC calls in the medical team to come and really inspect him and see the damage that has been done. Talk about damage. Went up on a 50-50 challenge again with Mabue. He's had 2 shots on target so far, and Lorenko has had an unfortunate offside call called earlier in this game, and so has really been influential in this game. I know Mngiti and company will really be devising a way to keep Ricardo Lorenco quiet in the second half. You look at the stats of the first leg between these two sides. When they both, at 45 minutes, it was 3 chances each on both sides, and 1 was on target for Mamelodi Sundowns. And they came back and kept Jwaneng Galaxy rather quiet in the second half, as they only had 1 shot at goal in the second half. And Mamelodi Sundowns went on to get 5 more shots at goal in that second half. Dominated possession again, even in that match, is Mamelodi Sundowns. Possession football, they are no strangers to it. Lila K. Really looking to start it at the back. So you look at Mamelodi Sundowns in the last 5 years that they've campaigned in the CAF Champions League. They've really done well. Opportunity comes in now, and it rolls in for Kemet Erasmus. Ricocheted against the Chile and beat the goalkeeper. But the work was really done by Kemet Erasmus. Shalilile being the assistant on the Erasmus with not a decisive touch, and it's an on goal against Moahi Sechele. Immediately after it happens, he puts his hands over his head, but Kemet Erasmus has really been influential. We'll have to just make sure if that goal has been given to Kemet Erasmus or was put, well, was it an on goal? So confirmation comes through that the goal has been credited to Kemet Erasmus. So he gets his first of the campaign as far as CAF Champions League is concerned. There'll be many more from him as he's known for his predatory skills. Yanko succumbing to the pressure from Jwaneng. Mweni looking a bit uncomfortable there is Kennedy Mweni. He's had 10 games that he played last season. Has really not showed up much for Mamelodi Sundowns. Has had 3 games under his belt. This would be his 4th for the season. Wide to Lake Jali. Mudiba really needs to take more responsibility. Is Aubrey Mudiba gets onto the edge of the 18 area. Instead of turning and shooting, he passes it back, and too close to the keeper this time from Mabue. So with just 4.5 minutes to go, Kemet Erasmus' strike in the 39th minute has given Mamelodi Sundowns the lead against Jwaneng. So on aggregate, it is Mamelodi Sundowns 3, Jwaneng 0.
Right. Don't be bullied by a striker, man. Don't be bullied by this guy.
So Steve Compella sits alongside Rulani Mkwena. Steve Compella is the senior coach. Rulani Mkwena and Mangoba Mngiti as the co-head coaches. But with Mangoba having the final say according to the president. So a teacher by profession is Mangoba Mngiti. Carries the CAF A license as well. Hails from Mzimkhulu in the KZN region. They've really been in charge of 10 matches thus far and have won 6, drawn 3, and only 1 defeat in all competitions. You look at the last 10 matches, the last 5 matches rather, Sundowns have played at home. They've gone on to win 4 and only draw 1. So they really are unbeaten at home this season as Mamelodi Sundowns in all competitions. So Jwaneng will really have a mountain to climb. They are trailing by 1 goal in this match so far, but on aggregate it's 3 goals. So they will need to score 4 goals if they are to go on to the next round. Shalulile, using his pace, power and precision, does well to retain possession. Brian Anyango hails from Kenya in the capital city of Nairobi.
Brian.
Makes his 5th appearance for Mamelodi Sundowns. Got a goal already, but that was in the league over the weekend when they took on Orlando Pirates. Shalulile fouled, and the referee agrees.
Why is it not easier this way?
Disappointed is Mangoba Mniti on the bench. But even wide to Morena. Morena gets it into the box, and Mulapi does well to clear it away and clear the imminent danger.
Concentrate, Brian. Concentrate. Pass.
And even Shalulile looks to provide a second assistance for the game. Rasmus with the shot, and Moyo.
No foul, Brian. No foul.
Anyango, battle of biceps against Sion. Jolly out wide. So earlier on, wanted to give you the stats as far as Mamelodi Sundowns has campaigned in the CAF Champions League for the last 5 years. So in 2016, they were crowned champions when they defeated Zamalek by 3 goals to 1. And in 2017, they finished in the quarterfinals and with 3-2 penalty shootout loss rather, to Wydad Casablanca of Morocco. And in 2018, finished in the group stages with 1 win, 3 draws, and 2 losses. 1 minute added on as Erasmus again does what he does best. The keeper this time uses his leg to save the shot from Erasmus, hit the upright, and the second bite of the cherry on the cherry really didn't work out much for Mamelodi Sundowns. The keeper did well to recover there. Kemet Erasmus, he's really done well, is Erasmus. That's what great strikers do. Very little influence in the game, but when they do show up, they really do show up in this game. Did well to beat the keeper, but couldn't beat the upright. Laid it off for Mudiba. This time around, took a shot is Mudiba, but the keeper did well to recover and save that with his legs. Would be disappointed for not getting the second of the game is Kemet Erasmus. Looking for his 3rd of the tournament. Looked to provide an assist, but couldn't got it on target, but the keeper did well to save it on his legs. So with the first 45, it is Mamelodi Sundowns that have been dominant in the 45 and have done so and got onto the score sheet as well. So it's Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Jwaneng 0. So Mamelodi Sundowns saw most of the possession in the first 45 earlier on there with Morena. Got the connection with the ball but lacked in the direction. Got the power behind it too as well. But they were not going to sit back and be quiet. Is Jwaneng Galaxy. Managed to get it going. Lorenko let it roll for him and found the keeper wanting. And Goni could parry it onto the side, did well to correct and turn was Moyo. Lorenko let it roll, got it onto his powerful left foot, but Mweni did well with the save. Morena kept his side going, had his shot on target, but was blocked by Tulare. And Mikemet Erasmus' first strike in anger went just wide. Really wanted to do better there was Kemet Erasmus. Had an opportunity as the game progressed, got his name onto the score sheet with the faintest of touches, much to the appreciation of the technical team for Mamelodi Sundowns. Peter Shalunile, ever industrial, and laid it all for Kemet Erasmus. So statistically, this is how it's really been in the first half. Mamelodi Sundowns having led with a ball possession, had more corners in the game, and also goal attempts, had 9 in total, and one of them landed in the back of the net. But they didn't just come to make numbers. Is Jwaneng Galaxy had goal attempts of their own, with 2 of them in targets.
Awumthathe ngizakuwe.
This guy is not a ball player.
ka taula po.
Have you ever heard of parallel universes?
Parallel universes? What's that?
The idea that there are infinite versions of you. In nearly identical, but different worlds.
I don't know, but it sounds interesting.
So what is 50 years of being the Brazilians of Africa?
It's the cups, the stars, making every day feel like a carnival. 50 years is Masandawana, the Yellow Nation, Bafana style.
Nama bling bling, Baba.
50 years is all of us. Samba, Mamelodi Sundowns, Samba.
Welcome back as the second 45 is about to resume. It is still Mamelodi Sundowns that lead by a solitary goal from Kemet Erasmus in the 39th minute. Jwaneng FC still yet to find the back of the net so far in this game. We'll be hoping to really get things going as far as they need to stay in this competition. So the players have rested well and are coming out in the second half to really campaign and make sure that they can get back into this game. Andile Jali will be hoping that he does everything in his power as he did in the first half to make sure that he stops them from whatever they do. Gift Moyo makes way for Tatanyana Resau Baka. Tatanyana is definitely an exciting player to look out for. Made it into the previous match against against Mamelodi Sundowns, and was one of the players that Coach Mangoba Mngiti has been talking about. And even in the build-ups to this match, Coach Rulani Mokoena has gone on to talk about him as to what he has done. First yellow card will definitely go on to Andile Jali. This is against Mutsiwa. Gets the first yellow card against Khape Mutsiwa. Really got up from the ground and it just had a little bit of rush of blood to the head from him on there. So for Mamelodi Sundowns, no changes made. The first 11 that has gone out, tried and tested, and very experienced 11 has really done well in this game. Tatanyani does well to really protect that ball, and Mutsiwa plays it long in finding Junior Dion. Looks to come around Nascimento. Finds Lorenko, looks to curl it onto the far post, but had the idea correct. Just put a little bit of too much power behind it and couldn't dip and curl on time from Lorenko. One substitution has been made from Jwaneng. Katlego Mbisi has been kept busy in the post for the Botswana champions. Tabang Sisinyi as well as Ricardo Lorenko has really been the standout players in the first 45 for Jwaneng Galaxy. Sisinyi thought he had won the free kick there, but it's given against him following the challenge on Mabue. So if it stands like this, Mamelodi Sundowns will progress as they have done in the last 5 years. Shalulile looks for Erasmus. Erasmus did well to protect the ball. Van Mabue, who looked to release Morena, but was well protected by Tulare. Tulare does well to really protect that ball from the pressure applied by Shalulile. Shalulile loses his footing. Was really fouled by Mulapi. Clutches at his calf is Peter Shalulile. The referee will first go and see if the injured player is fine and call on for first aid if needed before he deals with the player that has caused the penalty. Nascimento standing on the spot already. You can see that he's really looking to take it. First touch from Shalulile was great, but that last minute touch from Khofano Malapi has really cost his side. So Nascimento gets an opportunity to put Mamelodi Sundowns 2 goals to the good in this match and 4 on aggregate. He's been the trusted penalty specialist is Ricardo Nascimento for Mamelodi Sundowns over the years. This is the first for the season, first in the CAF Champions League. What can the Brazilian do? Keeper does well, keeper guesses the right way, keeper goes the right way, and keeper applies enough strength on that ball. Not a good penalty from Nascimento. You can even see his body language. There is the Sundowns captain. He went for placement more than anything, but the keeper got it right. They've got the 7th corner of the match. First of the second half is Mamelodi Sundowns. Got into the first ball and Shalulile gets there. Got the touch is Shalulile, but failed to direct it goalward at the near post. Mabue. Shalulile looking to just get it into the back of the net and get his second of the Total CAF Champions League for this the 2020-2021 season. It wasn't really to be. Katlego Mbise has been beaten once already, but he's really shown and kept his team in this game so far. Did the same thing also in the first leg, made telling saves, and you will remember that save in the first half against the shot that came from Modiba. Talk about Modiba, gets the touch on the head in locating Kemet Erasmus. Got into the box, saw the keeper off his line and really wanted to get it behind the keeper. Smiles does Lakay, and also smiles of appreciation from Mangoba Ngiti. Saw the keeper off his line, thought about the cross to Shalulile and really decided to take a shot at goal. Laid it off nicely by Kemet Erasmus. Great first touch from Line Lakay. And saw the keeper off his line. The keeper did well to really redeem himself. Katlego Mbise certainly has a great future. Is the 23-year-old. And you talk about a great future. You would think about the players that are of Botswana descent that have come on and lit up the South African Premier Soccer League. We talk about TT Dikokwe currently playing for SuperSport United. And you will remember Peño Tiger Mongalo played for Orlando Pirates as well. And you will remember his unofficial debut goal against Manchester City. And this was in the Vodacom off-season tournament. That was Vodacom Challenge back in 2009, rather. And remember the Petujo Silulwane, known as Dipsy Silulwane, went on to play for 5 PCL teams and had his best football at Ajax Cape Town. That saw him win the Telkom knockout and went on to represent SuperSport United. It was Dipsy Silulwane. And Mogogi Gabonamang played for Santos. Joel Mocharosi, the former Botswana captain as well, played for Bloemfontein Celtic, operating as a winger and a striker between 2012 and 2015. Mokgako Lodingele, you can't talk about Botswana players and not mention Tsotso Ngele. Currently plays for TTM, played firstly for also Platinum Stars. And talk about players that played for Platinum Stars as well. Also in the starting lineup for Jwaneng Galaxy. We talk about Tabang Sesini, played for Platinum Stars back in 2007. Lebogang Ditsile also for Jwaneng, played for Highlands Park, and that was also back in 2016. Lisinya Ramaraka also plays for Highlands Park in 2019 as well. So there is talent certainly in Botswana. Tatanyane does well to control at first touch, but really his first touch was hard and allowing the Sundowns defense to clear it. Tabang Sesini. So Samboa will come on as the substitution and will replace Ricardo Lorenco. He has gone out on the other side, has had a great first half, and that maybe is a technical change more than anything. He had 2 goals on target, and Sambao will certainly be one of the players to look out for, because he plays as an attacking midfielder, Sambao, so a substitution like for like for the players, and also he gives him an opportunity to get some game time as well. So with 55 minutes gone, it is Mamelodi Sundowns that still lead by a 0-0 against Jwaneng FC. Nascimento missed the penalty already in this game, but defensively he's really done a sterling work as he now looks to really venture into the last third and maybe get his name onto the score sheet. Redeeming himself for the missed penalty is the Brazilian. Lebogang Mabue. Andile Charlie will let it roll for Lyle Kay. Mudiba. Lyle Kay continued with the run, but Mudiba gets it into the box. Header laid down by Shalulile. You really need players like the Peter Shalulile. The Namibian is really a team player. If he's not in a position to really get the ball into the back of the net, he will make sure that he lays it off for the players dressed in the same colors as him. Not only does he score goals, he also provides assists. He's done so in this game already. Just on the edge of your picture, Kemet Erasmus is down. The referee has spotted that and will bring the game to a halt so that he can get the much needed treatment. So Lorenko really has done well, and the coach also giving me a pat in the back is 6 Iki Tloletswi. This is what his influence has really been in the game. Had an opportunity on there, couldn't really control it, but was adjudged offside. But the first touch let him down. His impact has really been telling in this match. Moyo did well to combine with him, let it roll, and really a thunderous strike. And the goalkeeper was really caught, was not well positioned to deal with that ball, or maybe he saw it late, but such was the power behind that ball from Ricardo Lorenko. Bidoni Bon and Orlando Pirates product. Tatanyane battles it with Madiba. Madiba comes out tops, keeps the ball rolling for Mamelodi Sundowns. Shalulile dropped deep to try and collect. Wide to Morena. Mabue turns, it's got Jali running in space, does well to locate him. Kulare with the challenge, but is unable to really get the ball away from Sundowns. 4 players in Mamelodi Sundowns, colors into the box, and Itsele clears for Jwaneng. Tatanyane lays it off for the goalkeeper to really come and collect and calm matters for Jwaneng Galaxy. So the match will continue on YouTube at the Mamelodi Sundowns TV. So on the Telkom One as well, for those that would also have it, that is the SABC streaming platform. Erasmus, shot from him. Did well to get it onto his strong foot, but connection with the ball wasn't as clinical as he would have liked. Is Kemet Erasmus. They say Romeo must die, but in South Africa, Romeo is really a man to really be counted up for. Had a sterling career from SuperSport United, went on to Feyenoord, is Kemet Erasmus, and came back home to play for Orlando Pirates, and went off again to play abroad, and was signed by Cape Town City, and saw him rekindle his career as well at Cape Town City. Scored more than 11 goals in the league. Ball banged into the box in trying to locate Tatanyane, but will roll out for a goal kick. Mahutiwa trying to really make things right. So with an hour gone already in this match, Mamelodi Sundowns still lead by a goal to nil. And don't forget to really continue with the action on Mamelodi Sundowns TV as well as on Telkom One as well, to continue and see what Masandawana can do as their journey in the Total CAF Champions League looks to continue. Tatanyana has got Nascimento to deal with, looks to square it into the box in search of Junior Dio, but Nascimento does what he does very best for Mamelodi Sundowns. Second corner for Jwaneng Galaxy. Kennedy Mweni hasn't been tested in the second 45. Tatanyane has got the height of Tulare as well as Malapi to aim for, but it's Junior Dion that gets to that ball. The Ivorian striker has been kept quiet in the second leg, was one of the players that really kept the Sundowns busy in the first leg. So looking to ease things off is Mamelodi Sundowns, taking their time about taking throw-ins and set pieces as well. They would definitely feel that with 30 minutes left in this game, the job is done and dusted. So will be an opportunity for the bench to bring in some fringe players to really get some game time under their belt, as this is a testing season played under the unfavorable conditions during the pandemic. Mvalo. Shot comes in from Charlie. His body language says he really wanted to place it on to the far post, but connection wasn't very well. Langerman will come on for Lila K. Lila K has really kept Langerman out of the starting lineup as he's really come through and made that wing-back position his own. Keleto Makhalwa gets an opportunity also to get some game time under his belt. Comes in for Kemet Erasmus, who really has done well for Masandawana. Looking to keep it going is Sissinyi, but it gives away a foul against him. So taking their time about restarting it is Mamelodi Sundowns. They have really traveled around Africa and dominated, and also learned some of the game management tactics around the African opponents, how it's used, how to manage the game, and they really do so well. They control the pulse of the game, they slow things down, and as you can see them now looking to hurry it up. Makhalwa with the first touch, Modiba with the placement, and really can't really get it on target. Will smile because he knows it was on target, and that touch from Tulare gives away a corner. Makhalwa looked to really find his way around the defense, was hoping to open up some space so he could take a shot, but laid it off for Madiba, who was well positioned to do so. Shot corner for Mamelodi Sundowns. Got it into the box, cleared by Molapi.
Okay. The thing is, with the other ball, what it switches off. I'm going, ready.
Molapi, again, Tulare in that center of defense have really been kept busy. Lebohang Swena will come on, and comes on for Tamang Sissinyi. And Malibye as well. Dons, their very heavy jersey number. And number 10 comes on from the bench. And Sissinyi will come on. Lebohang Malibye comes on for Lebohang Ditele. They can make up to 5 substitutions in this match. And second goal comes in for Mamelodi Sundowns. Mvala gets his second in this tournament so far. 3 starts for Mtobi Mvala and 2 goals from him. He'll be happy with that return as he looks to really try and re-establish himself. Really stood tall on there. Tatanyana feels as though he was fouled, but the referee is having none of it. Sees it as a legitimate goal and does well to put his side 2 goals to the good is Mvala. So Mamelodi Sundowns lead Jwaneng Galaxy by 2-0 on the day and 4-0 on aggregate. Morena did say that Mamelodi Sundowns really play with their finger on the pulse in this game. They control the tempo of the match. They are able to make things quick and also able to just reduce the pace of the game. They're really controlling it, is Mamelodi Sundowns. And Sechele will have to go back to the right position to take that ball. Toby Mvala did well since moving on to Mamelodi Sundowns. Has really found life hard to come by. Simbo looks to control. Malibia. Tilare. Does well to get around his man is Junior Dion. Wide played from Hutsiwa. Position conceded. Makhalwa runs at it. Tilare will win that battle of biceps with Makhalwa. Mamelodi Sundowns really happy to sit back and watch the proceedings. If they have the ball in front of them, they really can't do much. You see possessional changes with Nascimento also dropping wide. Malapi. So part of also the vision for Jwaneng Galaxy, they also wanted some of their players to really be noticed and go on to further their careers in playing abroad. Yeah, they really want to be a force to be reckoned with as well as a part of the journey. The only team in the Botswana League that has a chief executive officer to try and run the team. Bennett Mamelodi, it's his name. So the only coach to lead a Botswana team to the second round of the Confed when he led BDX and failed to really deal with that danger that was presented from an outswinging corner with Mvala rising above the rest, and Lina Nyana unable to deal with that danger. Outswinger again looking for Mvala. This time around it's Malapi that gets to that ball. Malibze. Suwana looking to keep it rolling. Tried to really keep it alive. Lina Nyana together with Tatanyana. They couldn't really do so. Mweni almost got himself into a very compromising position. Is Mweni. It took his time about clearing that ball. But the hunger of Junior Dion almost got him. Shalulile. His pass is intercepted, but will land with Morena. Mamelodi Sundowns have really controlled this game, have dictated terms in every aspect. if you really look at ball possession as well as the goals that they've really scored, the presented opportunities. Mvala. Modiba looks it to get it back to Mvala. Modiba with the shot, and will go just wide. And as Mamelodi Sundowns get their 10th corner of the match, Modiba looking to be struggling with cramps, but Mkhulise will be standing by to really come on. Spelele Mkhulise comes on for Andile Jali. And the club captain, Kekana Shompo, long-range specialist, will now be coming on for Peter Shalulile. Provided an assist to the first goal is Peter Shalulile. Has really been working very hard in this game. So a striker substituted for a defensive midfielder. Outswinging corner. Header coming from Brian Onyango. Rosewell is Brian Onyango. High on confidence. He's got his first goal for the club this year. When they played against Orlando Pirates in the DStv Premiership. The only goal of the match, I might add. That saw them clinch all the points on offer. Now he's tasked with defensive duties and does well to stand over and make sure that danger is alleviated. So with 15 minutes left in this game, Mamelodi Sundowns are really being dominant. Mohitsiwa, Linanyana, Tulare, back to Linanyana. Mabue does well to really get that ball going. So with 15 minutes gone, it is still Mamelodi Sundowns that lead by 2-0. Well and set to go into the group stages of this season's CAF Champions League. Mabue does well to retain possession. Kekana will lay back to Kennedy Mweni. Makhalwa. Really hungry is Koletso Makhalwa. They call him Aguero. Does well to win possession. Makhalwa with the shot. And he really did well. Asked the questions and the defense refused him the right answers. Did well to get over Tulare, and a deflection from Tulare has denied him the first goal of the season. Taken shot. Langaman gets it into the box, and the header from Grant Kekana. Rather, Shampo Kekana. This header is not on target. Keletso Mokhalwa was looking to really play a combination pass between him as well as Aubrey Modiba. Couldn't get to the end of that ball. In the end, giving away a set piece. Mvala. Simbao looking to control that ball, wasn't to be. Morena. Shampo, Kekana. Mkulise, back to Morena, back to Mkulise. Onyango. Mkulise. The talent is a bliss at Mamelodi Sundowns, both with the players that they signed to improve the team and their development as well. Oprimudiva looking to lay it off for the development product in Makhalwa. They bring talent, is Mamelodi Sundowns, and they also develop superior and great talent. You look at Mukulise, you look at Keletso Makhalwa. And you would look at the likes of Pesitao that are currently playing in Belgium. Things may really change for him in this transfer window, as rumor has it that he might go to play his football in England, where he really was hoping to really go to when he was signed by Brighton and Hove and Albion. So Sundowns will really try to, they are on a quest to really get the next star. They have really done well as Mamelodi Sundowns so far on continental journey. The last 5 years, they've always made it into the group stages. They became champions once. They finished in the quarterfinal twice, finished in the semis, and also in the group stages. So he was an assistant coach when they won it in 2016. We'll be hoping to really make sure that this time around, as the head coach, he gets his hands onto it, is Mangoba Mngiti and company. So Rulane Mkwena was also the second assistant back then, and it's still Steve Kompela rather, that is in search of his first continental medal as a coach, and the journey will be continuing for the Yellow Nation. And this is after a successful season in domestic affairs, after they clinched the trophy for the third time. And third goal comes in. Mulena continued with the run and gets his first of the year for him, first of the season for Morena. Had a horrendous injury last year, recovered well is Tapelo Morena, and really continued with that run. First touch was great, and what was to follow was magnificent, as he finished very well, giving the keeper no chance. Gets the third of the match, the fifth overall for Mamelodi Sundowns. So with just 9.5 minutes to go, Mamelodi Sundowns lead by 3 goals to 0. Junior Dion really want to get a consolation goal is Jwaneng Galaxy. Tatanyana will line it up. They are motivated. They really are looking for that consolation goal. They've sent every man up front, and only one left to really try and resuscitate the second ball. Tatanyani. He's got 7 to aim for in the box, 1 on the edge of the 18 area. Will be an out swinger to the middle of the box from what it looks like. Gets it past the wall. Keeper comes out, punches it away. Tulare does well to really keep the ball alive for Jwaneng. They still have the numbers up front. Sundowns can break onto a counter in search of goal number 4. Played it wide. Keleto Makhalwa tried his best to stay on side, but his best wasn't enough as he's flagged offside. Malibia plays it with Tatanyana. The man from Lesotho has really handled this game with flying colors so far. Only one yellow card for him. Offside. So for both these two sides, there's still a lot of work to be done with the league in Botswana. Not started as yet. February has been penciled down as the time that Botswana Premier League will start it. That was an announcement that was done by the Botswana Football Association as well as the Botswana Premier League board. Together they make the announcement that they will look to start it in February. Well, for Mamelodi Sundowns, the league in South Africa is in full swing, and you look at their next matches that will be played. They'll be playing it over the weekend, and that will be they'll be taking on Baroka FC over this weekend, and have a Tshwane derby on the 16th of this month. So they've got a lot to really prepare for, but they've got the abundance of talent. So they should also have the players that are ready to really come in and soldier on. A squad of 41 players all in all. Tapela Mrena has really had an awesome game and had been exciting, going up that wing on the right-hand side of Mamelodi Sundowns, and has really been industrious. Is Tapela Mrena on the ball again, looking to find Keleta Makhalwa, but Mulapi is doing well to marshal and play a tour guide role for Makhalwa. The man crowned with the 3rd goal for the Yellow Nation. Does well to keep the ball alive for Mamelodi Sundowns. And Hlompo Kekane will check it back all the way to Kennedy Mweni. Makhalwa does well to control it, finds Mabue. Mabue manages to stay on his feet, but is unable to find Makhalwa. Danger still not averted at the back, and it's finally cleared by the goalkeeper. Looking to move forward. Mabue. Mkekane. Mkulise. Mkulise. Still on the ball. Mkulise. Unable to keep it on target is the young man. Goal kick for Jwaneng Galaxy. Has had a terrific game is Tapela Mrena. Assist from Makhalwa for the 3rd goal. And Mrena laid it off nicely into the back of the net. Keeper had no chance. Prolific in goal. So Mahora will come on. So shutting the back door. And the referee has asked for the set piece to first take place before the sub can be allowed. And I'm certain the three wise men would have wanted the sub to happen before this free kick to get him onto the wall. Beats the wall and doesn't even get it on target. On another day at Loftus Versfeld, that could be considered a penalty goal in rugby. Vala, opportunity, and they manage to get one back. Simbao punish Mamelodi Sundowns. They were really being casual in the back. It gets the consolation goal. Not very happy is Kennedy Mweni. Simboa came off the bench to get the consolation for Jwaneng Galaxy. Look to play it short. Very casual there from Toby Mvala. Goes straight from hero to zero in that challenge, Simboa. So it is the Sundowns that lead by 3-1. Consolation goal for Jwaneng Galaxy. And substitution of like for like. Bangali Samaru, a central defender, comes on for Ricardo Nascimento, who's also a central defender. Morena will recover it for Mamelodi Sundowns. Shampo Kekana wide to Mkulise. Mkulise lays it to Makhalwa. Makhalwa was looking to get it onto his left, and interception from Lina Nyana. So 90 minutes come and gone. 3 minutes of referee's optional time to be played. Samaru tries well, nicely. Mamelodi Sundowns still are in possession as they've done in the game, looking to release Morena. The work rate of Morena is something to really marvel. Even beyond the 90 minutes, he still applies himself 100%. You will never find a half in, half in Morena. He's in all the way, applies himself. Shampo Kekane, wide to Langerman. Controls, but is under pressure from Tatanyane. Mabue, Mvala gives away possession to Linanyana. Mabue. Mudiba Mukhalwa. Great combination play from Mamelodi Sundowns. And it's back to Langerman, who will switch sides in search for Morena. Mkulise lays it to Mabue. Langerman. Search of Keleto. First touch, great from Keleto. 2 minutes played of the 3 minutes added. So Sundowns will really look to keep the ball as they really try to cool things off. So they have done in the whole game. Shot comes in from Shampo Kekane. From that range, history will tell you that he gets them right. Was nominated for the Puskas Awards for the thunderous strike that he got against Cape Town City, with Cape Town City goalkeeper Peter Lobenberg not knowing what really went on. That was in the 2019-2020 season in the PSL. Kulise. Vala does well. So it's really been a great spectacle that we've seen Mamelodi Sundowns continue their journey in the CAF Champions League. 6K Tloletswe really did well, guided his boys into this match, but they really couldn't come back against the mighty and the very strong Mamelodi Sundowns. Their journey in CAF Champions League continues. Is it another year for the Brazilians, or is it maybe too early to be saying such? They go into the group stages. Mangoba Mngiti will certainly be hungry to go and get his hands onto that trophy that he did alongside Peter Msimane. And Peter Msimane has got the second a CAF Champions League trophy, with Al Ahly becoming the only African to win the Champions League twice. So Mamelodi Sundowns will be hoping to become the only COSAFA region team to lift the CAF Champions League twice, as they've done so along with Orlando Pirates, the only two sides to have clinched the CAF Champions League. Mamelodi Sundowns looking to continue on their journey. Kaizer Chiefs are also in their second leg, playing against Primeira de Augusto. I give you updates on that also. So after 90 minutes, it's done, it's dusted. They've really done their best. As Mamelodi Sundowns got 3 goals in the second leg, a consolation goal from Jwaneng. So it ends with 3-1. So this is the highlights. Started in the first half with Mamelodi Sundowns looking to press high. An opportunity came for Tapelo Morena, got the connection, got the power, but lacked the direction. They really didn't come to make up numbers. Lorenko proved just that with that thunderous strike, and Kennedy Mueni fortunate enough to parry that away. Let it roll nicely onto his stronger left foot and packed a punch, and there is Ricardo Lorenko. Otapelo Morena worked ever so hard in this game and combined well with Mudiba. Return strike, and Erasmus with the second bite at the cherry and couldn't really get it on target, much to the dismay of the keeper for how his defense has really stood against the Mamelodi Sundowns attack in that instance. Shalulile working hard as well, laid it off nicely for Kemet Erasmus to get his first of the CAF Champions League, third of the season.
Okay.
Jwaneng Galaxy got themselves into trouble, and as they couldn't really clear their defenses, with pressure being applied from Shalulile and company, and Shalulile was brought down, and Nascimento lined up the penalty, but the keeper got down well, was too close to him, had the direction but lacked the power behind it. Built from the back there with a flickering head from Morena. And Lakay spotted the keeper off the post and brought the best out of Mbise. Great first touch and a great strike from Lila K. Toby Mvala rose highly to get into that ball into the back of the net from Aubrey Mudiba, crowning him with the assist of the second goal. Morena started the run, continued with the run, laid it off to Makhalwa on the wide, and continued with the run and laid it into the back of the net. Is Morena getting the third of the game for Mamelodi Sundowns. Keeper had no chance, much to the appreciation of the players on the bench. So this is how statistically the game has been. Sundowns has been dominant with 66% of ball possession and 22 goals shot on goal attempts rather, and 6 that of Jwaneng Galaxy. They really have been dominant. The Brazilians, you look at the corner count, shows you how they've really kept their focus onto this game. Tackling, is as far as fouls are concerned, has really kept them going. So the journey continues for Mamelodi Sundowns as they walk away 3-1 victors in the second leg of the first round of the CAF Champions League.
Okay, so. Last time you speak like. I know, sir. Let my sanitizer. You know those tactics from other countries. It's Angola. But it's you fanele and then? I know the tactics but they figure later in practicing. Yeah. So they frustrated. Yeah. You know this team when they want to win. The hotel staff and my manager also coach can come through. Alam mo coach Jwaneng, yeah.
build from it. Learn mistakes. Yeah.
How are you looking with the cap there on? Can you see?
I think if you could remove it, coach, that would help because of the darkness.
No.
Is
I don't
refusing,
want
Jets.
Okay. But no, I think it will work.
Okay, coach. If you can just bring your chair forward a bit. Thank you, coach. Is he still fine? Okay.
Manu, please mute Chiva while they're discussing that.
Guys, we're ready. We're ready to start, so you can start whenever you guys are ready.
All right, coach, welcome to the post-match press conference.
Thank you.
For the CAF Champions League. Unlike you on the results, you can give us your summary of the game, please, and welcome to the members of the media.
Thank you. Thank you very much. As far as the game is concerned, like we all know, it's a game. It's all in the game. So the game was played today between Jwaneng Galaxy and Mamelodi Sundowns. And we played, of course, lost in Botswana by 2-0. Today, we also lost. But the most important thing is that the game by its nature is exactly what we have done today. So all in all, there is no complaint. There is nothing. It's only to accept the results with dignity, that we have lost and we have learned and we have played against our counterparts in South Africa as it is supposed to be. It's a CAF game and we did all what we could. It was all in the game.
Thank you, coach. Who will have the first take in asking a question? I see Silaba Karabo has raised his hand. You may go ahead, Karabo.
Thank you very much, Shupi. Truly appreciate it. Good afternoon, Coach. Unlucky on the result, or evening rather. Coach, you've spoken about learning from Sundowns. What exactly is it that you've learned? And I mean, they won both matches without Augustin Sereno as well as Temba Zwane, which are superstars for the club. But what exactly have you learned from this Mamelodi Sundowns on both occasions? First out in Botswana, and secondly here this evening out in the capital of the country, Pretoria. Thank you.
Quite a number of issues we have learned. First of all, like I have said, we have learned it's a game. We have played it in the spirit of a real game. Even though it was competitive, we equally wanted to win. But they won the game graciously. They won according to the rules. Everything was in order. So the behavior, they behaved very well. They played like real professionals, which is something that we will definitely take home. The tactical approach we have learned, the power in which they put when they play, it's something that we have learned. There are numerous kind of things that we have learned from them. I believe equally they've also learned something from us.
Good evening, Coach Velila here. Just on the tournament itself, what would you say about the CAF Champions League, especially under COVID-19 conditions? We've had some clubs complaining about how things are difficult when you've traveled, and also the costs involved as well. I know maybe you haven't played, obviously you've not played in the group stages before, but how would you describe this experience of playing regional football during COVID-19?
There's never been COVID before. Now that everybody experiencing COVID, we knew there will be a lot of problems as we play. We'll have to go in an aircraft where there are many people and you don't know the status. Of course, in our country, ever since March, we have never played any official game. The game against Comoros was our first official game, home and away, and then this is the fourth game that we have just played. So that's how difficult it is. It is to play a team of Sundowns magnitude without having an active league or active games. Like now, everybody has gone for Christmas. Ever since we played Sundowns, it has been very difficult to travel, difficult to find opponents. Luckily for our friends, they are active. Just they have been playing a very strong game against Pirates, which gave them an edge over us. So all these are things which were on their side, but not because of their fault, not because of our fault, because that is the situation now. But nonetheless, we still had to play the game regardless of the circumstances.
Who's next? You may go ahead.
Shupi, can I ask if there's no one, but I'll just wait for your...
You may go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you. Coach, I saw that you pulled out, I think it's Laurentis in the 52nd minute, and he looked very good in terms of his first touches, his passing, his tactical awareness, he's technically astute as well. I think that's part of the reasons why you signed him out in October. Any particular reasons why you pulled him out in the 52nd minute? Because he looked like he would have created a bit of opportunities for your club. Thank you.
I don't know what you are. I don't know your opinion, and I don't know what you have seen, but I think I saw what I saw, and that's what I did. As you know, I cannot foretell what will happen about somebody. I believe the one that I put in, the substitute for the particular player you are talking about, is the one who gave us the consolation goal. I think that was good also.
Thank you, Coach. Is there any last question, gentlemen and lady?
If I may chip in, Coach, at the beginning of the tournament, CAF asked coaches to forward their CAF A licenses, and I know that most of you in Botswana are beneficiaries of what Mamelodi Sundowns had started there. I mean, how good was this? And how good is for African football to take care of its licenses and making sure that all of these are compulsory and that coaching qualifications of African football descend are also
I think the focus today is Mamelodi Sundowns versus Jwaneng Galaxy, the game that we have just played. About the other things of A license, of Saramele Tswaka, I think they are not an issue today, if I understand why I'm here now. I benefited from CAF long time ago. I started doing this coaching long time where I got my A license from CAF, not the era that you are talking about. So simply put, I really don't understand what you are driving me at.
I'm not driving at anything, sir.
So let's ask me about Sundowns against Jwaneng Galaxy, the team that I'm coaching, the team that I was coaching. I think that is very fair. Let's not talk about other things which I do not know. Otherwise I will lie.
Travel safely back home.
Thank you.
Welcome, Coach Mamelodi. Congratulations on the win. If you can give us a summary of the game.
Good afternoon to everyone. I think we knew the opponents are a little bit strong on set pieces and transitions. which has always posed a threat in our compactness, both offensively and defensively, because from time to time when they regain possession and you don't have much pressure on the ball, you always have to break the press and force them to always stay in front of you. And whenever now you have played the ball into the midfield, at times we take too long to close that gap in between the midfield and the defense, because we are always anticipating which is their strength, the space behind us, which was almost the same thing that we experienced against Pirates. But overall, we knew if we can manage to deal with these transitions and set pieces, we might stand a better chance to go ahead. The game was a little bit scrappy. In my opinion, I was not very excited with the flow of the game itself. I think to a certain extent, we also showed desperation too early, that we wanted to get an early goal. Even when circumstances were not allowing, we never really patiently tried to keep the ball and frustrate them and tire their first line of defense. And put a lot of strain on the striker Dion, who is very important in their offensive play. But the moment we started shifting the ball from left to right, it became a little bit tougher, more especially for the number 12, which is why I support the idea that the coach had to take him out at that time, because I felt that he was no longer helping them in their attacking play, because whenever there is build up, he would want to go and hide in the midfield instead of assisting the striker Dion. Personally, I felt that was basically the reason, because the coach wanted to get some goals. He played him as a number 10 because he's a good player technically, make no mistake. We know him from the Pirates development. But defensively, he had big limitations, and he was not really helping the team that much when he got tired. When he was still fresh, he was teams like that, and they are also quick and like to take people on. They gave Mudau hard time in Botswana on their left side, which is our right side. But overall, I think we did the business. It was not the most exciting game to watch for me as a coach, but I was encouraged that at least today we managed to score 3 goals, even though I believe we could have scored more. But we are still not as clinical as one would like in front of goals.
Thank you, Coach. Please introduce yourself as you ask the question. We'll start with Koliso, followed by Velile, then Karabo. You may go ahead, Koliso.
Thanks, Shubi. Coach, congratulations on moving ahead into the group stages. I don't know if I can ask 2 questions, but I'll ask one, and if Shubi allows me for the second one, I'll ask the second one. The first one is when you signed Erasmus and Shalulile, you were definitely buying the goals that they come with. But another player that has contributed with goals over the past couple of games is Mutobi Mvala. Please talk to us about how important his goals are, or those goals from midfield are, in the whole Mamelodi Sundowns setup going forward.
Maybe you forgot to say when we brought him, we also hoped to get those goals, because he chips in with 5, 6, or 8 goals per season, and that is very important. When you get a player that is playing as a midfielder and he contributes immensely on set pieces, he contributes with his drive into the box, and he's got a good shot in and around the D-line, which we normally call zone 14 in football. Is very dangerous and deadly. That's why he scored even in Botswana. But we are just excited to see him not crumbling, because at times most of the players who join Sundowns, when they are not getting game time and they were key players in their teams, they get disillusioned and start getting all this negative information and lose focus. But he's a very good boy. He's been working silently behind the scenes, and we are all excited with what we are getting from him. But we believe he can still do more than what he's doing. We are still working very hard on his attacking play, technically build up from the back, body position, and all those elements that would help him not to be easily pressed or maybe being a pressing trigger to the opponents. But there is a lot of positives that we are gathering from him, and we hope to make him a better player with time, because physically he gives you everything that you will want. He's got a fight in him. He's a very good player for the Champions League. I'm sure you can see that. And that's basically the reason why he was brought here in the first place, because we knew in the fight in Africa you need soldiers, and he's one of those.
Good evening, Coach. Congratulations on the win and also the progress. Happy New Year, Foot. Let's just talk about how you play this season. I see there's a lot of unpredictability in how you play, different variations. Is this going to be your strength, especially having so many players out week in, week out, and also playing different competitions on the continent as well? And if you can comment, I think for the first time in many years, I don't recall South Africa having two teams in the group stages in the Champions League, yourselves and Kaizer Chiefs. How important is this for football?
I think it's very, very important. But in terms of the variations that we present in terms of the style of play and the shapes that we bring into the game, it's probably guided by the availability of players at a certain time. Because when we've got Temba, we will obviously play differently. When we've got Gaston and Temba, we will play differently. And we've not had that combination. Maybe it was only in the first match against Celtics where we had both of them in the pitch. But we are working on a lot of variations. But one thing that is encouraging to me and the other coaches is we've managed to give quite a big number of players a chance to play. And that is building the base where we can pick from. And maybe circumstances to a certain extent have also contributed in us being forced to play all these variations in order to make sure that we've got realistic depth. Not depth in numbers, but there are players that never get to play, and when we have to give them a chance, everybody says, hey, why are you playing this one today? But now we've broken the deadlock, and people now are looking at it differently, because I know probably you were one of those who were saying, hey, what are they doing now in the game against Pirates, when you saw a completely different team from what you could anticipate. But we knew what we were doing, and we believed that team was strong enough to give us what we want. We also believed they could score more than what they scored, but on the day, we missed a lot of chances. So we are trying to have a very big squad that is practically helping us to win matches, not a very big squad, but you are only reliant on 14, 15 players throughout the season. And I believe the players that have come in handy to help the team to develop that base, because this base is what we are going to need going forward. Like now, we were playing this game, but at the back of our minds, we were already thinking about Baroka. And we were asking ourselves, if we play Rivaldo against Pirates, we play Rivaldo against Jwaneng Galaxy, and we play Rivaldo against Baroka, are we going to get the best of Rivaldo? Then we had to make sacrifices in some instances to say, no, rather have him fresh for Baroka, because he's very important for us, for a certain type of football that you would want to play against Baroka. And we could have done the same with Ricardo. Unfortunately, Musa Lebusa is still out, and we would have loved to have Musa so that Ricardo can also be in the Baroka game fresh. But unfortunately, when you don't have the players that you would want to have to rest some of the players, and others we had to play and played even more minutes than probably what one would have wanted. We played Modiba 90 minutes. The plan it's not because he was exceptional on the day, but we are building it because we know the capacity that he has. and the moment is right. And other people would say, why not substitute this one and all that? But in our system as coaches, we are saying we need to build this boy because we know the potential that he has. The moment he is physically ready, he will be able to help us. Probably in the next 2 or 3 months, that's when we'll be needing him more. And by that time, his condition would be even better. So some of the decisions that we take, taking out Ricardo to bring Bangali, though it was late, but the plan is to say, if we don't have Ricardo, because he has played every match that we have played this season, what would happen if he's not there and Musa is not there? So we're trying to present solutions to our potential problems, because I would not say it's problems that are there now. But it's looking good, I must say. In Botswana, Bangali played as a 6 because River was out, and we had Mutobi playing as a number 8 with AJ, and we looked good. We never had issues. So we are looking forward to trying to make sure that we've got sufficient numbers to help us to deal with the challenges that we have ahead of us.
Thank you, Coach. Good evening, and congratulations once again. Just to echo the sentiments of my colleagues in you qualifying for the group stages. Coach, I just want to focus on a certain player, that is Lebogang Maboy. I think this started out with the previous coach, that is Coach Pitso Msumane, and it is now continuing under you guys as well, the three wise men, as they say, with all due respect to all of you. That he continues to grow in each and every position that he plays in. It was right back today. I think over the last couple of days, if I'm not mistaken, he's been playing more in the middle of the park. He can play the striker as a 9, as a false 9. How big is he, and how important is he going to be forward for such a player to be able to play in different positions? Because, I mean, he's a grafter. He works hard for the team. He runs very hard for the team, and he never seems to be complaining. And that is one aspect that one is starting to see, which each and every player at Sundowns, that, you know, each and every player can play 1 or 2 positions. How important is it? But in this particular aspect, it's the one of Lebogang Maboy. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, when we brought Lebo from Maritzburg, we brought him for the position that he's playing now. But again, circumstances forced us to play him as a 9, because at a certain point we did not have 9s that really forced themselves. And if you remember, Malachila got injured when we had Malachila, and Villa got injured. Afonso came in and also injured. Then now we did not have a striker. Already when we were using Villa, we were using a false 9. Then we had to play Ulebu. But we always believed, myself in particular and Coach Fulani, we've always believed that the best of Lebu will only come when he plays as an 8. And I strongly believe if he plays as an 8, he stands a realistic chance to go to the national team. As the same way I believe Rivaldo Kutsie, sooner than later, will be playing for the national team as a 6, because we believe they've got the attributes of the best central midfielders that you can think of. Not many people know the influence of Rivaldo in our team, but we know. Lebogang, like you said, he runs very hard, he works very hard for the team. He's strong defensively, he's probably having maybe 3 or 4 assists this season. And there are some moments where he took shots when he could have continued to assist. An element of desperation at times, but the boy is good. The boy works very hard. The boy is very intelligent, and we strongly believe he's got something big to give us. The fact that he can play the other positions now, it's secondary, because it will only be a case of like in Botswana. In Botswana, we were forced to play him wide on the right, on the left, because we did not have the numbers there. Then we said he must play on the left, but in defense, in attack, he must play as a 10. And he did that very well for us. And structurally, we looked good up until he got a knock and we took him out, and we were worried because he's very important to the team. Not many people know the value of that boy, but as the technical team, we believe he's one of our starters. He's very, very important for us.
Coach will have the last question from Koliso. If you may go get Koliso.
Thanks, Shubi. Coach, the game against Baroka on Saturday is going to be your third game in what, 7 days? And I understand this is probably why you want to have a big squad of players that are involved every week. or every game, every second game. What can we expect from Sundowns in that game, and what do you expect from Morocco yourself?
I must say, Bakaka have really started very well this season. They are a very hard running team, and for whatever reason, they are one team that always gives us trouble. Mostly here at home. Away, we normally get something, either a draw or a win. But I must say they've got some very interesting players. Mahopa, the striker, is looking very interesting for them. Mkaka is looking very good for them. They've got some very interesting boys. Tami Masia is also a very important player for the team. And this guy, is it Mbulu or who? Yeah, Mbulu. This season has really started like a house on fire. So we understand what we are facing. We know it's a very important game. But at Sundowns, no game is less important. At Sundowns, you have to win even a friendly match. You are expected to win every match. And when you get a draw, you never get excited because you know you deserve to win. So maybe our depth will come into play. It was also nice to see the captain coming back today after a very long layoff. And I believe he came in and showed some freshness. It was interesting to see him, though the opponents were already tiring off. But it was interesting to see Keke back because the reason why we are not playing him is because we want him to be fresh. He may not like it that he's not playing regularly, but we believe he might be very important for us going forward if he's fresher than continuing and killing him and killing his pace and killing the excitement of playing the game. But the few minutes that we gave him today, he looked very interesting, and we are looking forward to see what's going to happen in the near future.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck for the next match against Morocco and beyond.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Yubi.
Goodbye, everyone.